Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be talking about dark skin and how I apply makeup on dark skin. Before we go on, I just need to say that this video is probably not my best work, but I just didn't want to waste a good content. So let's start. I started off by cleaning face with the Women of Color Micellar water. She came with residue of makeup from our previous outing, so I had to clean that off. Next, I'm going to prime our skin, and you guys already know that the only primer I use is the Juba Cosmetics Ultra Matte Primer, and this is because it contains moisturizer in it, so I don't need to moisturize first, and it's a long-lasting mattifying primer as well. So I think I put too much on her because it left like a really white cast on her face, but it's nothing to worry about. It would blend and disappear with time into the skin. Next, we're gonna go with the foundation, and this is one of the darkest foundations that I have in my kit. I can't remember the exact number, but it's the Maybelline FitMe. Next, I'm going to highlight her face, and I'm using the L.AgIRL Pro Concealer in the shade Chestnut. I wanted to use the shade Beautiful Bronze initially, but it was a bit too red and too close to her skin, so I decided to use the Chestnut instead. The Chestnut is a bit lighter than our skin, a bit too light for our skin, but I figured that if I blend it right, it will work, which it did. Now I'm blending the the concealer with my blending sponge from SITPRETTY Cosmetics. Now for those that will come into the comment section and say that I made the model lighter than our skin color, please note that the intention was not to lighten. I was just going for the best possible color shade that could work for her. Now I'm just contouring our nose, and I'm using the same foundation that I used on our skin earlier on, the Maybelline FitMe foundation. I still struggle with my nose contour. I'm always very conscious of not making the nose crooked or tilting it to one side, so I always take my time and make sure that I use the flattest brush I have for this particular area of the face. So now I'm just making sure that there are no creases under our eye before I set it. To set, I'm going to use the Hegai Esther setting powder. I'm not sure what shade this is. I can't remember the shade because I've had this powder for a while, and the lettering on the body of the container has faded away, but I know it's the second to the darkest shade they have in their setting powder line. I like to use, when working with dark skins, I like to use brown tinted setting powder as opposed to the neutral tones like the Laura Mercier's and the RCMA. I like to use it because it gives the skin the pigmentation it needs, especially when you're working with dark skin. For lighter skin shades, you can still use neutral setting powders and not entirely lose the model or your client's color. But with dark skin, you don't want to have your model looking ashy when you set a face with neutral tones of setting powder. So now I'm just setting the entire face, and I'm using the LadyVee Cosmetics powder palette. I'm using the darkest shade in the powder palette. When I'm done setting the entire face, I'm going to dust off the setting powder using the same powder palette that I used, the LadyVee powder palette. So I'm just going to sweep away the setting powder from our face. The next thing I'm going to do is to set the entire face with a setting spray, and the setting spray I'm going to use is the Juba Cosmetics Prime Set and Perfect Spray. Next, I'm going to apply the RCMA setting powder, just a little. Oops, that's a lot. I'm just going to use it to set under our eyes to keep it fresh while I work on our brows and our eyeshadow. For our brows, I'm using the Msmetics brow pencil in the shade Mocha. I'm just going to lightly fill in our brows because she already has like full brows going on, so I'm just going to lightly fill it in with the Msmetics pencil. Then I'm going to darken it a little bit with the Hegai Esther brow gel. Next, I'm going to clean out the brows using the Nuban Beauty brush and the concealer, the L.AgIRL PRO concealer in the shade Chestnut that I used earlier. I like this brush, it's really flat, although it's a bit wide for me. It took me a while to get used to it, but it's really flat and it works well for cleaning out the brows. Next, I'm going to start preparing the eyes for my eyeshadow. I'm using the P. Louise base in the shade 04. At this point, I wasn't sure what I was doing. I just knew I wanted to put up a video showing how I worked with dark skin. This eyeshadow part, I just winged it as it came. So this is me just applying the P. Louise base and blending it onto our eyelid properly using the tip of my finger. Then I'm going to go into the JUVIA'S Saharan 2 palette, and I'm going to take that brown shade and apply all over our crease. Next, I'm going to take the Zaron Smudged palette and darken the crease with another dark brown shade from the palette. Next, I'm going to take a darker brown shade to darken the outer corners and the inner corner of our eye. Next, I'm going to blend our crease into our brow bone using that really light brown shade. At this point, I think I was going for yellow eyes, but I wasn't sure. I just wanted to do something and I didn't want to leave our eye area bare. So now I'm going to apply eyeshadow from the same Zaron eyeshadow palette, and that color, I can't remember the name, but it's a very rich bronzy look or bronzy color. So I'm still applying the eyeshadow on our eyelids. And like I said, I was just really winging this look, guys. I wasn't exactly sure what look I was going for. I just wanted to do something. So I'm going to add a little bit of glitter to our crease, and I'm using the LUZTA Cosmetics body glue. It's a kind of glitter primer, so to speak. So I'm just going to apply a little bit directly to our eyelid before going to apply a streak of glitter, trying to create like an halo eyes, so to speak. So I smudged that under eye off camera. I didn't realize it wasn't recording, so I lost the footage of that part. So now I'm just lining our eyelids, and I'm using the INGLOT 77 gel liner. I scooped a little bit out of it onto the back of my hand, because I realized that it helps keep the product warm and still soft while I use it. Before then, I used to scoop directly from the container, and then I find that my INGLOT 77 gel liner will dry out and it will cake up. But ever since I started scooping what I need out and just using it from the back of my hand, it has lasted me longer than usual. So now I'm just brushing off the eyeshadow and glitter fallouts from our natural eyelash. She has really coily lashes, guys. One of those lashes that, you know, curl like 360 into back into the root of the eyelashes. So fixing eyelashes on her, or fixing falsies on her, was a struggle for me. Next, I'm going to fix her eyelashes now, and I'm using a lash style from the Msmetics 16-in-1 eyelash tray. They have a 16-in-1 eyelash tray that is really economical for working makeup artists. It comes with different designs of lashes that you can choose from, and it's quite affordable too. So next, I'm going to sweep off the RCMA powder from my face and apply a little bit more powder to areas where I need to. So I'm just applying a little bit of powder from the LadyVee Cosmetics palette to areas where it need a little bit more touch up. So I'm going to set everything in place, and I'm using the same setting spray, the Juba Cosmetics setting spray that I used earlier. Right now I'm just pushing the setting spray into the skin so that it can help keep my makeup intact for a long while. Next, I'm going to apply a blush, and I'm going to use that color from the Saharan 2 eyeshadow palette. For the highlighter, I'm going to be using the Nuban Beauty the Glow palette, and I'm going to use that bronzy shade for her, or on her. That bronzy shade is really perfect for dark skin. It's not ashy, it's not too bright, it's just really perfect. For our lips, I'm going to be using a combination of 3 different lip stains. The first one is the Blot Cosmetics lip stain in the shade Bourgie. I'm going to apply this color all over our lips. Next, I'm going to line our lips using a combination of the Omaricode red lip stain and a brown shade from the Classic Makeup USA. So I mixed both shades together to give me like this wine color. Before I had gloss, I'm just going to clean out the corners of our lips where I had made a few errors here and there. And to finish off the look, I'm going to add a little bit of clear gloss to the entire lip. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know this was not the best of my work, but I would really like if you guys can rate this look in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new here. Until next time, bye.